Welcome to Dr. Ron's Word of Wisdom. Words on leadership, goal setting, productivity, and a whole lot more. Just consider this your vitamin and supplement for your mind, your heart, and your soul. I'm glad you joined me today. I want to ask you a question. Do you have a system? Do you have systems in place in your life to help you to succeed? Now, there'll be some of you who'll say, I've never even thought of that. I just live an ordinary life. Why will I have a system, or why would I have systems? Well, let me tell you something today, friends. You have systems whether you realize it or not. You are operating by your systems. You have a system for which you schedule things. You have a system, whether it's stated or unstated, conscious or maybe even unconscious, the way you follow up, when you change the oil in your car, how you tackle projects, how you pay your bills, how you decide and execute and go on a vacation, when you go to see the doctor, and I could go on and on and on. So the question today isn't, do you have a system, but are your systems working? You see, if you're going to grow, you're going to have to do so intentionally. If you're going to get better, you're going to have to intentionally one day sit yourself down, either write out your goals, think about your dreams, think about the obligations you have, and what do you need to do to move from where you are today to where you want to be in the future. Let me tell you something. You're going to have to be intentional. Many of the things that I just described, and I could have described a whole lot more events in our lives that you have a system, are really just sort of a default, or I get to it when I can, or when the warning light in my car is flashing. But you have a system. But listen, many people today wish they could change their life. But you will never be able to change your life until you start changing things you do daily. In my life, I've heard so many people complain and fuss and gripe and whine and cry about their circumstances. Circumstances are one of those items that we all have in common. I don't mean that we all have the same circumstances, but we all have to deal with circumstances. Maybe your real problem today is you're trying to improve your circumstances. I have a two-word piece of advice for you. Stop it. Quit trying to improve your circumstances. Start trying to improve yourself. You have no control over your circumstances. You have no control over your boss. You have no control over your neighbors. The only thing you have control over is yourself. I'm often reminded of a quote from Frank Clark, who said, "What great accomplishments there would be if everyone did what they intended." You have thought in your mind, I'm going to write a book. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to begin saving money. I'm going to finish my education. I'm going to go in and ask for a raise. We have all sorts of intentions, but mostly they are unacted upon. And I know you're waiting for a better day. You're waiting for a sunny day. You're waiting for the stars to align. You're waiting until everything is just right. But let me tell you something. The longer you wait, the greater the odds that you will never do it. Reality is you have to go ahead and do something before you're ready to do it. When I began these podcasts, I wasn't ready. I didn't think I was ready, but I started a few days before I was ready, and here we are, and here you are listening. I've lost quite a bit of weight and gotten myself in better health. And I didn't wait till the stars aligned. I just intended, had a goal, knew what I was going to do, the daily actions, and I did it. I had to start before I was ready. In 1991, I was a young man in my early 30s, and I became the pastor of the First Church of the Nazarene in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Shout out to all my Kalamazoo peeps. And when I went there, the church board had a rule that in addition to the salary they offered me, they put $100 a month, $25 a week, into a tax shelter annuity. It's a not-for-profit version of a 401k. Well, I was a young guy with lots of responsibilities. I was so young, I knew I would never live to be retired. And when I did make it to retirement, I'd be so old I wouldn't need any money. Retirement seemed like something that happened only on Mars. It was not a reality to where I was that day. I met the treasurer one day for lunch, and I called him by name, and I said, I think this is nice that the church wants me to begin saving for my retirement, but you don't understand. I don't need to save for retirement. I need that $100 in my paycheck because I have bills to pay and things to do and a car to repair, and I really, really, really need that $100. And he looked me in the eye and said, that's not going to happen. We have made this rule and we do not care. We are going to deposit $100 a month into your 403B, and that's just the way it is. Well, needless to say, if you haven't picked up on my personality, I'm not one who takes no for an answer very easily. So at the next month board meeting, I had worked on a speech that was spellbinding. It was so gripping in its points as to why I didn't need $100 a month put away for retirement, and I could do much better if they'd give me the $100 and allow me to spend it in the here and now. But anyway, they wouldn't allow me to do that, and I had to have the $100 put into my retirement account. Now, fast forward to where I am today, and just before I began this podcast, I looked to see where exactly my 403B is. And I'm here to tell you, mighty trees can grow from mighty small seeds. Or another quote that I love is, the door to decision swings on mighty small hinges. I wasn't ready to save for retirement. I wasn't ready to lose weight. I wasn't ready to get healthy. I wasn't ready to save extra money. I wasn't ready to do a podcast or to write a blog, but I started anyway. And now that many years have passed for some of those things, I'm glad that someone had the foresight to make me do something before I was ready. Can I play that part in your life today? Are you saving for your retirement? The younger you are, just get started. Do something. Regardless of how small it is, do something. Are you needing to get healthy and to lose weight? Get up, get your tennis shoes, get your gym bag packed, make up your mind you're going to go to the gym and you're going to do something. Change your eating habits. Do something. Are you ready to go back to school? You'll never be ready. Just get up, get off the couch, make a decision, and remember, you can't improve your circumstances. You are the only person you can improve. I'm thankful for coaches and mentors throughout my life who have sort of pushed me to do something that they could see that I needed to do, but I was uncomfortable doing. And today, sitting from where I sit, from my vantage point, thank you for forcing me, or not really forcing, but encouraging and pushing me to do things that I wasn't ready to do. And when you do them, you will be surprised day in, day out, the difference that it makes. Sit down this week, write out a system to improve your health, to improve your financial, to improve your walk with God, to improve your opportunities to be the person that God created you to be. This is Dr. Ron's words of wisdom on leadership, goal setting, productivity, and yes, get your systems in order and get started, whether you're ready or not. Make those difference. Wherever you download your podcast from, please subscribe, and I'd be honored if you'd leave a truthful review of how you actually feel about this podcast. Again, Dr. Ron signing off. Until next time, go and make this the best day you've ever lived.